Hello everybody, here's a video I'm doing on our latest, that people say it's a goodbye or whatever it is. It's a Massey Ferguson 1966 Massey Ferguson 3165S, whereas the digger we've got is a 3165R. This one was rescued from a scrapyard up country up in Nottingham, and I saw it on a Facebook picture. Yeah, it's got a Perkins 203 engine, or what's left of one. It's had the radiator and fan, the shroud and the fuel tank ripped off of it. As you can see, the steering box isn't quite attached because it's managed to break free from its castings when they hit it with the scrap crane and broke the seat off and broke the quadrant off, so that's why that isn't attached. And the spool valve was missing, and that's broken off. All the spool valves in the bucket, so all the loader is coming off. And then I think I'm going to leave the front guard, but I'm going to take all the rest of the loader off, because one, the spool and everything are broken on it. See, it's there, the pipes. Two, all this is crushed in, but they've picked it up. This is a pin, that's all bent up. I mean, it's all doable stuff, but you've never put that spool valve back on because it's cracked clean off on a casting you can't buy. See, the wings are pretty twisted. The other one's down there, that one's really bad. So I need a pair of wings on it. They've both still got the handles though. This one's got alloy handles and so does that one. Just contact diverter valve. You managed to break the foot throttle off, which is in the bucket. One thing that I'm not sure quite how it's broken is that's got a lot of play in it. It doesn't feel like it's connected. So it's probably something, a selective fork or something broken here when they picked this up and caught this and broke it. Yeah, because it goes up and that doesn't feel right. Just enough playing with that. Just need to get the fuel filters off. I've got one off. Then we can disconnect this whole unit. I think I'm just going to cut this loom off because there's all bits all over the place. It doesn't look too special. Get a new wiring loom for it, it's about 40 quid. Then I can try and straighten this dash out. I don't know if it's possible or not. It's just because it's got the other hole in for the other clock, and the new ones only have one. And it's also got a hole over there for the horn. And this is the ignition switch here, which is taken out. I've taken that out. Not sure what this hole's for. That's a blanking plate for. On the other one, it's got a torque converter, temperature gauge, light switch. Surprisingly, still works. But yeah. Yeah, Perkins 203, see written on the side. It's had a new lift pump, so that makes you a little bit hopeful that it's going to start. It's had the starter motor taken off it, obviously, because it's in scrap. Shame that inlet manifold's broken, but I'll have to get a new one of them off Ron Greet. But yeah. That's the colour it should be underneath. Whereas the other one's been painted yellow. Yeah, I can get this frame off. The bucket's a little bit better than it is on the other one, so we can swap the buckets over. I might even swap the front tyres over because these tyres are actually quite good. Yeah, so far I'm just in the process of taking the rams off and taking the pipes off and getting it so we can lift the loader off with the back actor of the other one. Because as you can see, the 390 loader's off for a minute. Get this off, get the dash and everything sorted out and try to bolt it back together so we can steer it. Then I'll try and get it to start before we buy any tin work or any parts or anything else. I think we'll just need a radiator to start with, but I want to get it so it'll turn over first. So the first buy will be a starter. So I have to get one of them off SpareX. But yeah, this is it. See, it's still got the serial plate on, which is quite lucky. Was folded in half. I think it's about April 66, because that one over there, as you can just see the back actor, is January 66. And the serial numbers, this one's about 2,000 or 3,000 ahead of it. And they stopped making these at the end of the year, so. See, he's got the proper back wheels, 2-part back wheels, 16.9 by 28. Shame that they've been caught, but I might hammer out. With the proper wheel weights on the back. Got full top cover, well, apart from this. Don't know what this bracket is, if anyone knows. For a compressor or a crane, I think, because it's got a PTO cap on. If there's a compressor, that wouldn't still be there. Yeah. Don't know how on earth I'm going to get those studs out. There must be a way. But yeah, is what it is, really. worst comes to worst, the back end's worth what I paid for it, plus whatever the engine's worth and the wheels and everything. And then weigh in what's left, and then, yeah, again, I didn't pay too much for this. Bought it by weight, but when I bought it, scrap was £300 a tonne, so you can work that, make your own conclusions for what I paid for it. But yeah, it's a shame. I bet the thing was quite tidy before it got hit with a scrap. Like, that would have been all right. This wing would have been fine. That wing would have been fine. The seat would have been on it. That would have been on it. Steering column actually would have been half usable. It would have had a bonnet on, radiator, everything. But, you know, at least I stopped it before it got too far. Before it was in little bits sent off to China. So, managed to save it. But yeah, it's 5 minutes is enough for this video. Righto, so if I do any more with it, I'll let you guys, keep you guys up to date. Well, now I've got 3 digger projects. Well, 2, and the other one works for now. Right, okay. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers, bye.